the new thing. I've just shared it. Can you find it? Hi everybody. Sorry, I've made an absolute cock up tonight. You'll need to go onto my... I've just sent you all a new link for tonight's quiz, which will start at 20:15. So we've got 13 minutes for everybody to get live with the new link. My trusty assistant Lydia will post it to you as well, just in case you got it missing. What the hell the link was? Did you get it? Right, I've got a few people logging in there. I'm sorry I can't speak to everybody. I need to, for you to do, then you have to just post as many links as possible. Have you got the link? You should be able to go to mine. QE 1957. I can't. I'm live as we speak, so I can't do anything. Correct. I want you to just post the link so that everybody can get it. You go to your Messenger app and just link down to everybody that you know. And we'll get the new link. Have you got the link, please? You give it to your mother quick. Yeah, send it to everybody. Ah, Great White. Hi from Toronto. Great to see you from Toronto. I knew we'd get somebody. You've managed if nobody else has. No, I've made a right cock up tonight. I've got 2 live streams on, and unfortunately, I don't know what has happened. Oh, Tell Gray's here. Great. Well done, Tell. Right, we've got a few minutes yet. Don't worry about it. I won't be starting until everybody's caught up and got the right link for tonight. The one I sent originally was no good, so I need everybody to just log into the new link. I'm now live. Michelle's just subscribed. Come on, Michelle, you won last night, I think. I think it was you that won last night. Let's see whether you can log in and go to the new link. Most people, if you go to PUI, if you tell them to go to PUI 1957, that's the best way to do it, because if they go to that, they should be able to find the live link. Oh, yeah. Right, people are beginning to get in there now. The more people get the link, the better. Hello everybody, I'm so sorry. I made a right cock up tonight. I've been trying to get YouTube to be a little bit more friendly and things, and it appears that I've managed to really screw it up tonight, but never mind. We don't start yet. Ah, good. Hi Chris, sorry about the link. You've got a new link now. As I said to everybody before, if it's easier to subscribe to the channel, PUI 1957. Once you've subscribed, you can join any live feed, or you should be able to, providing I'm transmitting, so to speak. Just see whether I've got anybody. My trusty assistants can keep Great White. Am I from Toronto? That's brilliant. Val Barnes, hi, the Quizzy Rascals are online. Excellent. Nice to see the Quizzy Rascals are online. Chris, picture looks better tonight. Less what? Pixelated? Oh, it's probably because I'm, I hope you're noticing tonight, I am wearing my Swan t-shirt tonight, or shirt even. Aha, Mick and Bevan managed to get online. Good. Right, everybody, come on, let's see whether you can find the new link. I've got my assistants trying to send it out as we speak. Michelle and Charlie are live. Great. Ellen and Steve Valentine are now live. Right, we're all right for time. We're in no desperate hurry. I'm so sorry, as I say, I've sent you the wrong link early tonight, about an hour ago. I can try and resend it to everybody, I suppose, but I think my daughter's doing that anyway. Share, I'll share it now, public. Share. This is tonight's, this is tonight's new link. Steve Spoke, nice to see you, Steve. Right, we've got 20 people logged in now. Come on, let's see whether we can get up there. There's a few more minutes left yet. There's lots of people not logged in yet. It's probably my confusion. What's that? Yeah, I know some people have probably got me on the wrong channel, but never mind. Coming to know. I'm getting Sunday to the one. I need to copy the link, that's the problem. Marion Howarth, send one to her. Shit. Oh, this is really pain in the ass. Have you got Marion Howarth on yours? Well done, Carol. Great to see you're online. The Jacksons have managed to log in nicely. I've really mucked up tonight. I've given everybody the wrong link, so they're probably all trying to desperately get online and can't. But never mind, I'm sure they will. Anybody, well, I can't tell who hasn't got it, that's the problem. But Mariam, my wife has just sent you the link, so hopefully you'll get it now. We'll see. I think we're going to be starting a little late tonight until everybody's logged in, but never mind. Just make sure you got your peanuts at the ready and your beer in hand. That's the most important thing, of course, as we all speak. We're up to 23 now. All those people, if you want to make it easier to find the live feed at any time, make sure you subscribe to my channel. That makes finding anything a lot easier, because you can just go to the as soon as you're on my channel, you can then go to the button and press on it, and it should take you to all live feeds. I set up a couple of live feeds tonight, and it's been a right nightmare. I made a right cock up, but never mind. Right, we're nearly up to 30 people, but we'll get more than that, I'm sure, by the time we get there. There's a lot of people want to play tonight. I did a very good quiz last night. Cy Carter did a quiz, which I took part in last night. And a bit like me, I think he had a few technical issues because I couldn't get my head around the codes for each. Oh, Greg and Jill have signed in. Well done, Greg. Not too easy when I send you the wrong information, is it? But never mind. Potter's in. That's what I like to see. No, not yet. Oh, yeah. Anybody that's on the old link, that's a good idea. Great one. Hey, you guys, it's 3 p.m. here, too early for beer. Well, we're on lockdown, so it's an excuse anyway to drink beer. But Booby Girl number 2 is reporting. Jackie, good evening, Jackie. Nice to see you online. Sorry, it's Jill Pugh's on. Hi, Jill, how are you? All right, keeping well, I trust, in sunny Cambridge. It's been a beautiful day today, isn't it? If a little cold. Went out for our... It has been a bit cold. Well, it was cold on the bike anyway when we went out, because my bike goes fast. Yes, everybody that's on the other link, quickly change or send me your thing for the new link. Andrew Lewis, well done, Andrew. People are beginning to log in now and find where the hell they're supposed to be going to. So we've got Andrew and Jane who joined us, previous winners of this quiz. So some tough competition coming up. As I say, I do apologise, all those people that are trying to get on the site. I just sent you the wrong link earlier. I've had to start all over again, and I can send this to Denise Norman. We are, no problem. Daisy Joe, me and Alan are here. Hi Daisy, how are you? All right? Stuart Colwell signing. All right, Stu. Ready for some straightforward, quizzy questions? I haven't seen Faye in yet. No, is she? Faye, you know. Oh, right. You need to quickly get her on. You see anybody on the other link, mate? Yeah, that's a good idea. Woohoo! Well done, Sarah. Nice to see you logged in at long last. Sorry about the live link tonight. I made a right cock up with that one. Never mind. Right, you'll be pleased to know my supply of beer has nearly run out. So much so that the Atomic Brewery was hard at it yesterday. Yours truly, cooking up a new beer for next week. So not all breweries are locked down at the moment. But right, Val, lovely to see you. Quizzy Rascals are all online. Faye's here. Richard Potter, I'm here. Thanks, Ange. Yeah, sorry about the mix-ups. Anybody else that's still trying to get online? No, I haven't. Do you want to send one to Kevin? You know how to get him. I'll give him a ring. But I haven't got the link number. Oh, stop it. Who's that? Is it? Martin's here. Well done. Anthony Ridgway's here. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Martin. Nice to see you all. Recent telephone calls. I'll just have a look. Recent now, telephone. New subscriber, Dean. Hi, Ant. Good old Anthony. Are you still in lockdown, Anthony? Having flown in from wherever? All of the pick and mix are here. Well done, pick and mix. Hi, all. Great to see you, Anthony. I've tried that one. Have you got Kevin Kiernan's or not? Yeah, you've sent one to him. Unless that's Anthony Ridgway, of course. Yeah, oh, I see. I'll just ring Kevin, make sure he's on. Oh, Don Quixote, great. Sorry about that. Hello, Kevin, you on yet? Are you on yet? Right, my wife's just sent you the link, all right. There's a new link, all right, just follow that link, should take you straight there. Okay? It's on Messenger, go on Messenger, all right. Yeah, go on to Messenger, part of Facebook, you know Messenger, don't you? No? Yeah? Yeah. You're not found it on my site yet? You see, the one that was on there was the old link, basically. You got the new one now. No, I've just sent you the link on Messenger. That's part of Facebook. So, although they're all of the same company, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, are you there? Great. All right, no problem. You're on. Good. Log in and say something. All right, just to say you're there. Lovely. Cheers, mate. Thanks. Bye. Right, we're live with them. Right, so we are running a minute over. But I will let one or two. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start at 20 past. All right, because basically it's going to take a little while till everybody's logged into the new link, and I'm so sorry. I've mucked up a bit tonight. We've got Karen Pennington. I haven't seen them log in yet. Just make sure we've got people from around the country logged in. We've got Tell down from Brighton. We've got our friends now from Canada just joined us. Adam Foster, great. Spoonfish giving this a go from the comfort of the settee. That's exactly what I'm doing. Right, just wait for Karen to log in. We're up to 70 odd people now logged in. Let's just make sure that everybody's in before we start. As I say, we'll start at 20 past tonight. I'm very sorry for the delay. It was my silly fault. I tried to be too clever on YouTube today by changing a few things, which I thought would make it easier for everybody to find, but in essence, I cocked it right up, but never mind. And I hope that word isn't. Well, we got Andy Hawkins signed in. Siobhan signed in. Welcome to the Cheers Up. Me, Ross, Keith, Rich, and Pete. Blimey, O'Reilly. Well, you should be winning tonight then, no problem at all. Right, I will explain the rules as normal. Basically, there are 5 rounds of 10 questions, although round number 1's actually got 11 questions, but never mind about that. That was just something that happened. That's basically because the first round spells out Wednesday the 15th. And as I spelt it out, thinking it was 10 letters, it turns out that it's actually 11. So your first round tonight, basically I need you to get a piece of paper ready and write down the word Wednesday with 1 and 5 after it. That's vertically down. So question number 1 will start with a W, question number 2 with an E, question number 3 with a D, so on and so forth, till we get to the 9th, and the 10th is a number 1, and the 11th is a number 5. So that's your first round tonight. After the first round, we mark the paper, and obviously you can then post your scores, and we'll see it's Paul's birthday today. Is he taking part, Paula, or not? So that's basically just about it. Couple of minutes to go. We're nearly up to 80 people now logged in. When we hit the golden number of 80, we will crack on with a quiz, all right? I don't know whether we've got, we still got our contingents from Blackpool missing at the moment. I said, oh, they're online. Good. I haven't seen them go online yet. Karen, give me a wave in the chat if you're online. I trust everybody can get the chat up. If you're watching this on a television set, which probably is a bit daunting actually looking at me on a television set, you might like to, if you haven't got the chat to the right hand side, it may be because you're in full screen mode and you need to pop it basically into take it out of full screen mode. Then here we are. Well done, Karen, nice to see you. Richard Potton, it's Emma Watson's birthday. Happy Emma. Lydia Pugh, hi Karen. Right, we're all online. Here we go then. Is it 20 past? Nearly there. Round 1 tonight, as I've already mentioned to those that haven't heard, if you'd like to write down the word Wednesday, a 1-5, as in the 15th, Wednesday the 15th, top to bottom. First question starts with a W, and the 11th starts with the number 5, all right? So I'll explain as we go. Right then, question number 1 tonight. It is now just about 20 past. We'll start 5 minutes, but we'll whiz through. This takes normally just over an hour of fun. Good. And anybody that's on there, if you see the subscribe button, just press the subscribe button because it gets a lot easier for you to log in if you subscribe to my channel. Right then, question number 1. Here we go. Remember, this has got to start with the letter W. Dead easy one to get you going. Who was the first person to have been made an honorary citizen of the United States of America? He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1953 and was at one time an officer in the British Army. Come on, dead easy one there to get you going. Oh, nice to see Anthony's subscribed to the channel. As I say, the more people that subscribe, the easier it is for you to get in future. So, question 1 again. Who was the first person to have been made an honorary citizen of the United States of America? He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1953 and was at one time an officer in the British Army. My trusty assistant Lydia has just posted the first question in the chat thing. So if you haven't heard the question, you can always go back through the chat and you will find it. Question number 2's got to start with the letter E. This will take you back a bit. What is the first name of the TV Sergeant Bilko, played by Phil Silvers in the popular sitcom which ran from 1955 to 1959? So what is the first name of Sergeant Bilko, played by Phil Silvers in the popular sitcom which ran from 1955 to 1959? Dead easy, that one, I'm sure. Remember, that's got to start with the letter E, as in Edmund. Question number 3. Remember, this starts with the letter D. Useful for both industrial applications and jewellery, what is the hardest known allotrope of carbon? So useful for both industrial applications and jewellery, what is the hardest known allotrope of carbon? Dead easy. Oh, Gary's here too. Hi, Gary. Nice to see you. You're online. Have we got Sean Hughes online tonight? I don't know. Or is he too busy sending Isla to bed? Give us a wave, Sean, if you're there. Right, question number 4. Remember, this has got to start with the letter N. What is a genus of predominantly spring perennial plants? It was also the name given to a Greek hunter who died after falling in love with his own reflection. Nice, easy one, that. You've got the letter, make it count. What is a genus of predominantly spring perennial plants? It was also the name given to a Greek hunter who died after falling in love with his own reflection. Cheers, by the way. I hope you got your peanuts and your beer at hand, wherever you are in the world, with the exception of Canada, which of course it is only 3 in the afternoon there, isn't it? But never mind. Question number 5, probably the hardest one in the round. I'm sure you'll all get this right though. What was the name? Remember, this has got to start with the letter E. What was the name of the last man to have walked on the moon, who died in 2017 at the age of 82? It's a 2-word answer I'm after, so I need his first name. What was the name of the last man to have walked on the moon, who died in 2017 at the age of 82? What's that? Marion's still true. Is she on there? Do you want to send her another link? Try again. Direct to her. It's all right. Come back. Right then, question number 6. This has got to start with the letter S. What nationality was the classical composer Isaac Albineth, who was best known for his piano compositions? So what nationality was the classical composer Isaac Albineth, who was best known for his piano compositions? Any good or not? Right, everybody enjoying the question so far? I hope we got 10 out of 10 for so much. Well, we can't have actually, because we've only had 6 questions so far. So question number 7. Who is a character created and performed by Australian comedian Barry Humphries, famous for her lilac-coloured hair and her boisterous greeting, "Hello, possums"? That's something like that anyway. So question number 7. Who is a character created and performed by Australian comedian Barry Humphries, famous for her lilac-coloured hair and her boisterous greeting, "Hello, possums"? That's a 3-word answer, just in case you wanted to know. We haven't heard any more from Marion then yet. Apart from ringing, we can't do much else, can we? No. Never mind. Question number 8. Dead easy, this one. What former home of the Earl of Shrewsbury is now a Staffordshire amusement park? So what former home of the Earl of Shrewsbury is now a Staffordshire amusement park? You've got the letter there, so make that pay. Oh, you thought that was a good impersonation, did you, Carol? Perhaps I should just wear a lilac wig and pretend I'm Barry Humphries. Question number 9, dead easy one. This. What colour was the famous tracksuit worn by Uma Thurman in the 2003 martial arts film Kill Bill. So what colour was the famous tracksuit worn by Uma Thurman in the 2003 martial arts film Kill Bill? You've got a letter which should make the colour nice and easy for you. Question number 10, remember, starts with a number. Question 10 starts with the number 1. Which A road in England, running a total of 127 miles, connects the port of Felixstowe with the city of Cambridge? So which A road in England, running a total of 127 miles, connects the port of Felixstowe with the city of Cambridge? And that bit's not 127 miles. I'm sure you've worked that out already. Well, this is good. This atomic beer. And finally, question number 11 in this 10 letter ramble. It doesn't really matter. This has got to start with the number 5. And finally, what is the maximum number of weeks that you can find in a calendar year? So, and finally, what is the maximum number of weeks that you could ever find in a calendar year? Right, I'll give you a minute just to have a think of that one. If you want to put it on the kettle quickly, or go and refresh your glass with some beer, or indeed get those peanuts or crisps out, never feel free, or indeed have a chat between you amongst yourselves. It's a bit in spiral carpets. Turned up to 11. Yeah, well, it fits Wednesday the 15th, that's all. That's what the 11, you see. If it had been Wednesday the 5th, then it could have just been 10, but it doesn't always work that way, so never mind. I thought it doesn't really matter because it's not as if I'm printing the answer sheets off tonight. I'll have to get used to that again. That was always a pain at the best, but never mind. At least when you're marking your own, you can have a bit of fun. So we've got our friends from Worcester here tonight. We've got our friends from Canada, Blackpool, Brighton, Cambridge. I don't know where Anthony's staying. Anthony Ridgway, where are you staying at the moment? I know you're after some digs. Ian Anthony James, the answer to number 5. Is it the surname we need? Hang on. Number 5. No, it's his first name, which is the connection. So question number 5, it's his first name, which is the connection. It's a 2-word answer, and the first letter of his first name is the connection, which should start with the letter E. Oh, questions 1 and 2 again. I'll quickly repeat those. Question number 1, which starts with the letter W for Wednesday. Who was the first person to have been made an honorary citizen of the United States of America? He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1953 and was at one time an officer in the British Army. Oh, Anthony Ridgway's in Derby. Goodness gracious. So we've got people from all over the country taking part tonight. Question number 2, just a quick repeat on that. What is the first name of TV Sergeant Bilko, who was played by Phil Silvers in the popular sitcom, which ran from 1955 to 1959? Right then, everybody. I'm just going to quickly try and text Mary and tell her where the hell they are. I don't know whether I've got a number. Yeah, but she might not have Messenger. Oh, she must be on Messenger. Okay. Right, let's just go the answers to round number 1 then. Here we go. Mark your own, remember. Question number 1, of course, it was Winston Churchill. That first person who's been made honorary citizen of the United States of America. Number 2, Ernie or Ernest Bilko. Just as a point of interest, his middle name starts with the letter G, and I, for the life of me, have been trying to find out what it is. So if anybody between now and next week can find out what Ernest Bilko's or Ernie Bilko's middle name is, I'd be pleased to know. Question number 3, the hardest allotrope of carbon is diamond. Number 4, it was Narcissus. I was after that perennial plants. Number 5, it was the astronaut Eugene Cernan. Eugene Cernan. Well done if you got that. last man to walk on the moon. Number 6, of course, Albaneth is Spanish. Number 7, it was Dame Edna Everage I was after. Number 8 is that amusement park, Alton Towers. Number 9, the colour was yellow, of course. Number 10, it's the A14 that connects Felixstowe with the city of Cambridge, and then it goes on, of course, Peterborough and to Rugby. And finally, number 11, you can indeed have 53 weeks in a calendar year. The year starts on a Thursday or is a leap year that starts on a Wednesday, then you can have 53 weeks in that year. I didn't know that myself, actually. That's a bit of stupid trivia that you might be interested. Right then, let's have some scores in. Keith got a 10 straight away. That's a good score. I don't expect many people would have got that. So we got Graham with a 9, Telgray with an 8. Any other scores whizzing in? Do feel free to stick them all in. Helen and Steve on 11. Very good if you got Eugene Cernan. Take your hat off to that. We've got Great White in Canada on 7. Chris Speak, 9.5. Yes, I'll give you half for Eugene. I think that's fair. Mick and Bev on a 10. We've got Sarah on a 9. Mike Yates on a 10. Very good, Mike. Angie on an 8. Val Barnes on 9. Oh, this is pretty good going. Andrew Lewis, what's that? Andrew, you should have done better than a 7, but never mind. John O'Rourke, famous 5 on 10. Very good. Karen Pennington on the usual 7. I know you like throwing away a few points, don't you? Paul Lewis and the 9 out of 10. Some 7s. Richard with a 9. Daisy with a 7. Not bad for us booby prizes. I've got Cernam. Well, you're marking your own, Martin. You don't have to be harsh, you know. Greg with an 8, very good. Pick and mix with a 9.5. Got Don Quixote with a 9. And Dave Farmer with an 8. Is that Dave Farmer? Yeah. Jill Pugh with a 9. Come on, Greg Pugh. Jill Pugh's just ahead of you there. oh no, wait, 8. I'm going to, while those are coming in, I am going to have a go and see where I come to the bottom. Log on. Sorry. I am live, sorry. And yeah. Oh yeah, I need another beer, Ange. Right then. Round number 2 then, we've got some good scores in there tonight. Round number 2 is entitled All 2-Word Answers. So all the answers tonight are 2-word answers, starting with the letters C and D. So for instance, it might be Carol Dalton might be the answer, for instance, that famous illustrator, of course. So all the answers basically are 2-word answers, and they start with the letter C for the first word, D for the second word. Do we all understand? That can't be that hard, surely. Are we all back online? Are we all watching the show? Here we go then. Round number 2, C, D, remember. They will be posted in the chat session, so you'll be able to go back and watch that. Oh, now I've lost the damn question. I've got 3 things up on the screen, doesn't it help? Right. Oh. Here we go then. Question number 1. With the first names Charlotte Eloise. She was born on the 10th of August 1966 and is now an English gardening expert and TV presenter. So remember, all the answers are going to start C and D. So it's 2-word answer. With the first names Charlotte Eloise. She was born on the 10th of August 1966 and is now an English gardening expert and TV presenter. Question number 2, dead easy. The first public demonstration of what new format was played on the BBC television programme Tomorrow's World in 1981? So question number 2, the first public demonstration of what new format was played on the BBC television programme Tomorrow's World in 1981. And if there's any help, the first one I ever sold was somewhere in 1983 or something, I think. Right, question number 3 is a bit more lateral thinking. What name is given to a person who is irritatingly and ostentatiously knowledgeable or intelligent? And no's putting Nick down for that one. So what name is given to a person who is irritatingly and ostentatiously knowledgeable or intelligent? Looking for a 2-word answer starting C and D. Question number 4, dead easy again. With the first real name Norman, who was an English crime writer best known for the Inspector Morse series of novels? So with the first real name Norman, who was an English crime writer best known for his Inspector Morse series of novels? Not answering that one, Keith. Never mind. Question number 5, dead easy. Whose 1859 novel, set in both London and Paris, is the second best-selling novel of all time? So whose 1859 novel, set in both London and Paris, is the second best-selling novel of all time? Apparently. Apparently it's just beyond Don Quixote or something. I think that's supposed to be the highest selling of all time, but never mind. Yeah, it's just the name of the author. It's a 2-word answer starting C and D. Very tricky one to work that one out, I'm sure. Question number 6. What is the name given to the bottom numbers in a pair of fractions that are equal? So again, what is the name given to the bottom numbers in a pair of fractions that are equal? Paul Lewis, they're all 2-word answers. The first word starts with a C, the second with a D. So it's not a C or a D round, it's a CD round. 2 words. Question number 7. For all you that went to grammar school, I'm sure you'll like this one. The English translation of which Latin phrase literally means seize the day? So question 7, the English translation of which Latin phrase literally means seize the day? Know that one, Andrew? You'll know that one, will it? As soon as you hear it, you'll think, oh, damn, I know that one. What's that? Yeah. Nearly that. Question number 8. Who published his theory of evolution with compelling evidence in his 1859 book on the origin of the species? Sorry, on the origin of species. Let's get it right. No, I'm not. Why? Does it look as if I am yet? I haven't even had a pint yet. It's all right, I'm just acting pissed. It must be the light. It's the heat of the lamp. The fact that it's an LED and it's not very hot at all is a different matter. So question number 8 again. Who published his theory of evolution with compelling evidence in his 1859 book on the origin of species? That's what I'm normally like at the quiz, Carol. But I have a bit more to calm my nerves a bit. Look at that. Steady as a rock. It's just this hand that does the shaking. Look. Question number 9. Remember, these are all CDs. So with the middle name Michelle, who is an American actress and former fashion model, she rose to stardom with roles in The Mask, My Friend's Best Wedding, and There's Something About Mary. So question number 9 again, with the middle name Michelle, who is an American actress and former fashion model. She rose to stardom with roles in The Mask, My Best Friend's Wedding, and There's Something About Mary. 2-word answer, C and D. And finally, question number 10 in this tricky CD round, although I don't think there was any catch questions there. Yeah, my family should all get this one. Who were the 2 Trumpton firemen immediately after Pew and Pew? In the... Oh, sorry. Sorry. I haven't finished reading that, have I? Who were the 2 Trumpton firemen immediately after Pew Pew and Barney McGrew in the fire station roll call? So who were the 2 Trumpton firemen immediately after Pew Pew and Barney McGrew in the fire station roll call? Yeah, it would help if I finished reading the question, actually, but never mind. Right then, everybody. Again, I'll give you a chance to go and... Now you put the kettle on from last time, you better go over and quickly reboil it and get your tea bag in, or have a coffee, or indeed have another drink or whatever else, but never mind. Yes, the wife's off to get me a glass of water. Apparently I've had a few complaints that I'm appearing a little inebriated, but I can guarantee that I haven't had anything to drink at all. Right then, I'll give you a minute, then we'll just quickly go over the answers to any of those. Any repeats quickly? Does anybody want anything repeating? You can look in the chat because all the questions are in the chat column. Just go back and have a look. Remember, we're looking for C and D, so 2-word answers starting C and D. Right, you've all got answers for those, so here we go then. Question number 1 was with the first names Charlotte Eloise. She was born 10th of August 66. Now an English gardening expert. It was Charlie Dimmock. I was after Charlie Dimmock. Number 2, of course, was the compact disc that was first shown on Tomorrow's World in 1981. Number 3, an irritating and knowledgeable and intelligent person, sometimes better known as a clever dick. Number 4, with the first real name Norman. Which crime writer was best known for the Inspector Morse novels? That was Colin Dexter. Number 5, of course, set in London and Paris, Tale of Two Cities, was written by Charles Dickens. Number 6, what is the name given to the bottom numbers in a pair of fractions that are equal? It's common denominators. Number 7, the English translation of which Latin phrase literally means seize the day. That's carpe diem. Carpe diem. Number 8, who published his theory of evolution? Well, of course, that was Charles Darwin, who went on to star on the back of a £10 note at one time. Number 9, with the middle name Michelle, who was an American actress. I was after Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz. And finally, who were the 2 Trumpton firemen immediately after Pew Pew and Barney McGrew? That was Cuthbert and Dibble. Cuthbert and Dibble. If anybody else wants to know, the last one, of course, was Grub. Right, add your scores up. Let's have a few half points allowed for only getting the C. Yeah, I think so. I'll allow half points if you've only got half the answer. Because you obviously knew nearly what you were doing. Especially with Carpe Diem. That was not the easiest thing in the world. Not quite sure what you got half of. Maybe Colin Dexter. Right, famous 5 got 20 out of 21. We've got Chris Speak on 20 and a half. Carol on 18. Karen Pellington on 17. Andy Hawkins 20. Oh, some very good scores coming in here. Some very good scores. 19s. Look at all these 19s coming in. Greg Pugh at 18. Rich Potter 19. Anthony Ridgway on 17. Donkey's 18. 17 and a half. Pick a mix 17 and a half. We've got Sarah on 19. Jill Pugh on 18. We've got Keith on a 20, Great White on a 14. Dave Perry on the 19, Mick and Bev on 19. Steve Spode 14, Great White 14, Brian Farmer 15.5 in total. Jennifer Graham on 18. Kevin Keane on 19. Very good, Kevin. Now you're on. I'm sorry it took you so long. It was my silly fault. But never mind. No. Round number 3 tonight. Are we raring to go with round number 3? Now, round number 3 is entitled 1 to 10, where your first answer is a single letter or number. Your second answer should have 2 letters or 2 numbers. And by the time we get to number 10, it should have 10 letters in it. Not 10 numbers, but 10 letters. Okay. So if you write down 1 to 10, and each answer should be as many letters as the question is. So we start with number 1, which is just 1 letter long. And we start, Ruth's got 14. Stuart Petfield on 14. Very good. Got some good scores in tonight. So round number 3, here we go then. Question number 1, derived from the Latin word for coal. What letter symbol is used for the 6th element in the periodic table? So I'm just after a letter. So derived from the Latin word for coal, what letter symbol is used for the 6th element in the periodic table? Come on, coal. What element's black as coal? What's coal made of? Question number 2 is a 2-letter answer. A 2-letter answer, one of which is a vowel, which might give you a clue. Bother. I'm just scrolling down too fast. What is the title of an 1895 poem by English Nobel laureate Rudyard Kipling? It is written in the form of parental advice to the poet's son, John. It's just a 2-letter answer even. 2-letter answer. So what is the title of an 1895 poem by English Nobel laureate Rudyard Kipling? It is written in the form of parental advice to the poet's son, John. Just a 2-letter answer. You'll have all have heard of it, I'm sure. Yeah, nice one, Martin, as long as it's anthracite. That's proper Welsh coal, I suppose, is it? As opposed to coal from elsewhere. Yeah, the Welsh were always good for digging anthracite up, weren't they? Right then, question number 3. Remember, this has got to have 3 letters in the answer. Little, true, and burrowing are all types of which species of bird? So little, true, and burrowing are all types of which species of bird? There's not many birds with 3 letters. I don't know what, I only need the singular of that, obviously. Question number 4. Remember, this has got 4 letters. Worcester Black, Arlington Pippin, and Bartlett are all varieties of which type of fruit? So Worcester Black, Arlington Pippin, and Bartlett are all varieties of which type of fruit? What? Yeah, I'm basically giggling. Oh, I see. Is he actually live? You're chatting. Question number 5 is a little trickier. For all those that like Monty Python, you might enjoy this one. What is the name of Brian's mother in the 1979 British comedy film, The Life of Brian? I'll give you the choice. Is it Mandy, Maria, or Mavis? Remember, it's a 5-letter answer. Well, it's got to be. I've given you the 3 choices there. So what is the name of Brian's mother in the 1979 British film, The Life of Brian? I'll give you the choice. Is it Mandy, Maria, or Mavis? Dead easy, surely, that one. Right then, question number 6 has got to have 6 letters in the answer, remember? Which country has been ruled by the Grimaldi dynasty for over 700 years and since 1929 has been a regular venue for Formula One races? So question number 6 again. Which country has been ruled by the Grimaldi dynasty for over 700 years and since 1929 has been a regular venue for Formula One races? Question number 7, remember, has got to have 7 letters in the answer. It's only a 7-letter answer. Question number 7, so my wife will get this one straight away. What is the capital of India's West Bengal state? It was founded as an East India Company trading post and served as India's capital from 1773 to 1911. So question 7 again. What is the capital of India's West Bengal state? It was founded as an East India Company trading post and served as India's capital from 1773 to 1911. I've run out of beer. Mind you, it's nearly break time. We're all right. Oh, you're too busy doing the quiz. Yeah, I know I'm talking. That's the whole idea. Is there any buffering tonight, or does it appear okay, the stream tonight? Question number 8. Remember, this has got to have 8 letters. What is the day Sunday known as in the French language? So what is the day Sunday known as in the French language? Yeah, I trust we've got no fan noises or helicopter noises going on in the background. It's dead quiet in here, thankfully. It was getting a bit out of hand last week for some reason. Question number 9. This is a bit trickier. What is the surname? Remember, it's a 9-letter answer. What is the surname of the most nominated male performer in the acting categories at the Academy Award Oscars with 12 nominations? So question 9 again, these are only nominations, remember. What is the surname of the most nominated male performer in the acting categories at the Academy Award Oscars with 12 nominations? Apparently Karen's got a bit of buffering in Blackpool. Well, that's what I'd expect in Blackpool. You expect a bit of buffering in Blackpool, surely. That was a 9-letter answer. I think of all those famous actors. And finally, question number 10. This is a 10-letter answer. There are currently only 2 double landlocked countries in the world. Liechtenstein is one, and with the capital Tashkent, what is the other? So question 10, there are currently only 2 double landlocked even countries in the world. Liechtenstein is one, and with the capital Tashkent, what is the other? John's got a bit of buffering. Could be the trains. You're right, Stuart. Right, do we need any repeats? That was a tricky round. So remember, all your answers should have the same number of letters as the number of the question. So, for instance, number 8 has got to be 8 letters, number 7, 7 letters, and so on and so forth. So, do we need any repeats? They're all down there for you in the chat section. I will allow you quickly to go and get the peanuts sorted out, or the beer, or a quick trip to the loo, or whatever else, and then I'll read out the answers to the previous 10 questions that I've asked you. I hope everybody's keeping safe in this lockdown times. It's not easy. People are getting fed up and bored being at home. But never mind. We're keeping the brewing world going anyway. We managed to brew some beer yesterday. So all you that are on the list for beer deliveries next week, not this week, but next week, we've got a new atomic ale. It's called Atomic Lockdown, 4.5%. It's a golden coloured ale. And you're more than welcome to order some off Keith next Monday or Tuesday, I think. And we'll put up our normal Facebook message or messenger message about what beer's available for next week. Right then, let me go through the answers to round number 3. I think it was round number 3 anyway. Oh yes, it was round number 3, 1 to 10. Are we all right for? Are you ready to mark? Right then, here we go then. Question number 1 was derived from the Latin word for coal. What letter symbol is used for the 6th element in the periodic table? It's the letter C for carbon, of course. Number 2, the title of that 1895 poem by Rudyard Kipling was entitled If, I-F, If. Little, true and burrowing, or all types of which bird species? They are owls, so I just wanted owl. Number 3, the Worcester Black, the Arlington Pippin and the Bartlett are all a pair. Number 5, it was Mandy. That was the name of Brian's mother. She was called Mandy. Number 6, the Grimaldi dynasty have ruled over the country of Monaco. Number 7, what is the capital of India's West Bengal state? That was a bit tricky. That was Kolkata, K-O-L-K-A-T-A. If you put Calcutta, which of course is 8 letters long, I'll give you half a point, because clearly you couldn't work out that it should have been 7 letters long. Number 8, what is the day Sunday known as in French language? It's known as dimanche, dimanche. Number 9, it was Jack Nicholson I was after. Nicholson, that 9-letter answer for the actor. And finally, number 10, that double landlocked country in Asia is Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan. Its capital just happens to be Tashkent. So if you want to add those up and send me your scores in, let's see who's on. Oh, we've got Brian Farmer straight away on 31. Well done, Brian. Well, that could be 1/3 of one. That's it. Let's hold on. Oh, got Stuart on a 22. That wasn't an easy round, I have to say, but never mind. Sometimes they're best not to be all too tricky. Carol with 24.5. Got Ruth 24, Val Barnes 28, Andy Hawkins on a 28, Andrew Lewis on the 25, Famous 5 on 28. Got Steve on 19, Sarah's on 25, Michelle on 27, Adam Foster 24.5, Martin Davis 25.5, Anson Ridgway on 24. We got Mick and Bev on 26.5. I've just missed one there. Stuart Colwell's on 26, Paul Lewis 21. We got Don Quizotto on 27, Graham 21, Jill's on 26. Very good. Mike Yates 25.5, 26.5. Crispy. That made my brain hurt. Well, yeah, well, it's one or two rounds of proper questions. You don't get them all the time, do you? The next 2 rounds are dead easy, so don't worry about it. There'll be some catching up. Greg Pugh 25.5. Does that put him and Bill behind Jill Pugh? I don't know, but never mind. We'll see. We've got Daisy Job 19. Very good. Paul Lewis, Joe Callan on 46. Oh, yes. Keith's on 28. Right, we've got 2 or 3 teams on 28 tonight. It's very close at the top. Very tight at the top. Right then, I hope you've all had your refreshment after round number 3. Just have the lollipop lady round. Brought an ice cream for us. Well, in my case, it was a beer, but never mind. I expect you youngsters don't even remember when the Lady used to come round in the auditorium with the cigarettes and never mind. Right, okay. You won't remember that. Right then, mystery letter round. Round number 4 is a mystery letter round, where basically all the answers start with the same letter. They're not all one-word answers. They're not all two-word answers, but basically they all the answers start with the same letter. So if you don't know, the answer to the first one, for instance, leave it, because you might be able to have a good guess at it after question number 2 or even question number 3. So are we ready? Eyes down, look in for round number 4. It's called a mystery letter round, where every one of the answers starts with the same letter. So question number 1, Greg P will get this straight away. For which team, and Keith Abbis will, for which team did Bobby Stokes score the winning goal in the 1976 FA Cup final? So for which team did Bobby Stokes score the winning goal in the 1976 FA Cup final? Actually, that was probably the year you were born, mate, Keith. Maybe you won't know that one. Anyway, that will give you a letter, and you don't have to put that down straight away. You can come back to that one. Question number 2 may well give you the letter. This is a 2-word answer. Which Italian-born actress, model, and singer served 18 days in prison for tax evasion in 1982? So which Italian-born actress, model, and singer served 18 days in prison for tax evasion back in 1982? It's a long time ago now. Now, if you still haven't got the mystery letter, don't worry. Well, Greg, you should have got that one. Chloe, yeah, he's got that one. Sod off. All right. Question number 3 will put you on course. You'll get this one. In the Looney Tunes series of cartoons, who has a cousin called Slowpoke Rodriguez? So in the Looney Tunes series of cartoons, who has a cousin called Slowpoke Rodriguez? That's a 2-word answer, beginning with the letter S. Oh, damn, I'm just giving you the letter now. Oh, bother. Right, question number 4. What is the only sign of the zodiac that contains none of the letters in the word bungee? That makes any sense whatsoever. So what is the only sign of the zodiac that contains none of the letters in the word bungee? You got that one, Ange? Can't be jabbering. Come on, let's go. Question number 5. If a dish such as eggs, fish, or poultry is cooked in a Florentine style, what leafy vegetable is it cooked with? Or cooked alongside? So question number 5. If a dish such as eggs, fish, or poultry is cooked in a Florentine style, what leafy vegetable is it cooked with? Nice one, Carol. No, not quite yet. This is my normal patter. It gets worse, basically. When we do the Sunday night quiz at the Vic and we get on to round 9, then we're in trouble. Especially if it's a long word that I can't remember how the hell to say what the hell it is, but never mind. Question number 6. This will test you. Which island, formerly a part of Crete, is reputed to have had the last remaining leper colony in Europe? So which island, formerly part of Crete, is reputed to have had the last remaining leper colony in Europe? Do remember, all these answers start with the same letter. So if you've got A, B, C, D, E, you're clearly wrong. They all start with the same letter. which I did blab out a minute ago for those that were listening. Question number 7 becomes dead easy if you've got the letter. In 1990, what item of kit was made compulsory for all footballers by FIFA? So in 1990, what item of kit was made compulsory for all footballers by FIFA? Question number 8, dead easy one this for you Harry Potter fans. What position does Harry Potter play in the rather dangerous game of Quidditch? It's just a one-word answer I'm after. So what position does Harry Potter play in the rather dangerous game of Quidditch? Question number 9 is one of my favourite films of all time. I think a lot of people like this. A story of whatever. Here we go then. Question number 9. In what film does Morgan Freeman play an inmate called Red who spends 62 years behind bars? Do remember to drop the indefinite article or the definite article in this case. So in what film does Morgan Freeman play an inmate called Red who spends 62 years behind bars? Yeah, great film. And finally, question number 10 in this mystery letter round. Which snooker player was nicknamed the Rumford Robot and the Ginger Magician, amongst other things? So which snooker player was nicknamed the Rumford Robot and the Ginger Magician, amongst other, should we say, slightly better names? Yeah, a great film that, wasn't it, Greg? Glad you got it. There's not many films you can watch a few times. I always enjoy watching that one. Well, it appears there's a lot of people that know the answer to the film. Even if it was Donald Duck's Day Out. Yeah, Susie Sheep's Day. Oh dear. Right then, we have reached the end of round 4. So let's see how everybody's doing. I'm not sure, Roy. I couldn't remember. It could be. I did blab it out for you. I'm sure you heard. You're just asking. I'm taking a piss of it, but never mind. Right then, let's go back to the mystery letter round. Now, of course, do remember all the answers have got to start with the same letter. So you might have been able to work out some of the early ones if you didn't know them. So we started out with, for which team did Bobby Stokes score the winning goal in the 76 FA Cup final? That, of course, was Southampton. Number 2, which Italian-born actress, model and singer served 18 days in prison for tax evasion? That was Sophia Loren. Sophia Loren. Number 3, with a cousin called Slowpoke Rodriguez, the person I was after was Speedy Gonzalez. Number 4, that star sign was Scorpio, of course. Number 5, if a dish such as eggs, fish or poultry is cooked Florentine, it's normally on a bed of spinach. Number 6, reputedly to have been the last remaining leper colony in Europe, it was found on the island of Spinilonga. Spinilonga. Well done if you got that. That's a tricky one. Number 7, it was shin pads that were introduced in 1990. Number 8, Harry Potter played Seeker in the game of Quidditch. Number 9, the film with Morgan Freeman was, of course, The Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption. And number 10, it was Boring Steve Davis. Do you know, I looked for Boring Steve Davis and it didn't have it he didn't have that nickname anywhere on Wikipedia. There were about 5 nicknames for him. I always knew him as Boring Steve Davis, but he never actually came up with one of those on Wikipedia. Right, we've got John O'Rourke and the famous 5 on a fantastic 36. Can anybody beat that? We've got Misha Gibbons on a 36. Carol's on a 32.5. Well done, Carol. Right, come on. Where's everybody else's scores? Let's see how you're doing. We've got Stuart on a 31. Telgray, 32. Stuart Colwell, 34. Very good. 32.5 for Adam Foster. We've got Steve Farndon on 33. Andy Lewis, 32. Andy Hawkins, 36. Steve Spode, 25. Picker Makes, 32.5. Brian Farmer, 27.5. We've got Mike McCallum, 32. Quizzy Rascals, 38. Oh, God, blimey. They're all disappearing behind my thing now. I can't read them as they come in. All right. Chris Speak, 33. Kevin Keane on 39. Goodness gracious, Kevin. You couldn't even get on the feed tonight. How on earth you managed 39? Never mind. No, you're doing very well by the looks of things. Non Quizoto, 36. Lagging behind on 26. Karen, they're doing really well. Greg on 33.5. Mike Yates, 31.5. Jennifer Graham, 32. Jill Pugh, 33. Half a point behind Greg Pugh. Come on. Come on, Jill Pugh. Don't tell me there was too much sport in that round, I expect. Score still pouring in. Sarah on a 34. Very good score, Sarah. Just a few points behind. So whether he can make it up on this last round. Has he? Very good indeed. Well done, Chris. Well, can you do a big shout out for Val from Paula and Paul? Can you do a big shout out? Val? Big shout out from Paula and Paul. Right then, where are we? Right, round number 5 is what's called a trivia trail. We've played this before. Oh, I see. We've got a proper team here, have we? Oh, this is the Rotary Quiz team. We've got John Levis, Ian Davis, John Vickers, and Brian Phillips. Well, that would be a hard team to beat. They're on 39 points. Right, last round tonight is what's called a trivia trail, where the last letter of the first answer is the first letter of your next answer. So we get to number 10, where the last letter of number 10 is the first letter of number 1. So are we ready? We're here, and happy birthday. Happy birthday to Cuckoo. Yes, happy birthday, Cuckoo. I hope it's going all right for you. Wish I could get Press Gang, Frank and Derek on here with us. You might be able to. Just pester them a bit. As I say, I do apologise for mucking up the feed tonight, but never mind. I sent it out on YouTube, gave you all this number to go on to. Click on that one. Nothing happened. But never mind. I had to then retroop and we'll go again. Right, here we go then. Final round is called Trivia Trail, where the last letter of your first answer is the first letter of your next answer. And I'm expecting a few 10 out of 10s on this round. So, here we go. Question number 1. With the first name Francisco, which Spanish artist was responsible for 14 black paintings which were painted directly onto the walls of his house sometime between 1819 and 1823? So with the first name Francisco, which Spanish artist, which tends to go by one name, was responsible for 14 black paintings that were printed directly onto the walls of his house sometime between 1819 and 1823? So one-word answer. Yeah, I've got something wrong in that question. Which were painted directly onto the walls? Right, okay. Question number 2 is dead easy. Carol will get this one, having worked in a hi-fi shop for all those years. Derived from the Greek to hear, what is a branch of physics concerned with the properties of sound? So derived from the Greek to hear, what is a branch of physics concerned with the properties of sound? Again, a one-word answer I'm after. Yes, a trivia trail. So take the last letter of number 1 is the first letter of number 2. The last letter of number 2 is the first letter of number 3. Listen carefully. Made this a bit easier. I perhaps shouldn't have done, knowing who's in the lead, but never mind. Question number 3. The Lioness Mountains are found in which West African country? The Spanish name for this geographical formation was adapted and became the country's current name. So question 3 again. The Lioness Mountains are found in which West African country? The Spanish name for this geographical formation was adapted and became the country's current name. It's a 2-word answer. Probably makes it too easy though. But Ian Davis got that one, didn't you, Ian? Ian? I'm not sure. That's not too easy unless it's trivia trial, of course. So take the last letter of that 2-word answer, and it's the first letter of number 4. Question number 4. Which British film of 1983 even features a Liverpudlian working-class young woman who wants to better herself by studying literature? Her assigned university professor, however, is a long-standing drunk. It's a 2-word answer. So which British film of 1983 features a Liverpudlian working-class young woman who wants to better herself by studying literature? Her assigned university professor, however, is a long-standing drunk. That's a 2-word answer. Right, take the last letter of that answer, and it's the first letter of this answer. What one word can precede rain and test and go after stomach? So question 5 again. What word can precede rain and test and go after stomach? It's a 1-word answer. Come on, this can be for the trophy. Let's make sure you get them all right. Question number 6, a lot easier than it sounds. Listen carefully. What is the 2-word nickname of Alpha Canis Majoris, also known as Sirius? It's the brightest star in Earth's night sky, with a visual apparent magnitude of -1.46. Just for information, that is. I don't have to give you all that cobblers, but never mind. Thought you'd enjoy that. So question 6 again. What is the 2-word nickname of Alpha Canis Majoris, also known as Sirius? It is the brightest star in Earth's night sky, with a visual apparent magnitude of -1.46. That's a 2-word answer. And the last letter of question number 6 gives you the first letter of number 7. Question number 7. Which fairy tale character appeared in a collection assembled by the Brothers Grimm in 1812? She was locked in a tower from the age of 12 and was named after the plant her mother craved. Apparently. I never knew that. So question 7 again. Which fairy tale character appeared in a collection assembled by the Brothers Grimm in 1812? She was locked in a tower from the age of 12 and was named after the plant her mother craved. That's a 1-word answer. Now, for all you silly sods that are interested, I'll be doing my normal Sunday night Victoria Inn quiz live, because we're not at the Victoria Inn, unfortunately. It will start at 8 for 8:15. I will just put one thread up this week, so you've all got the same link to get you in there. Do remember, it's probably easier if you just subscribe to my YouTube channel, then you can look for live videos. So that's on Sunday night, 8 for 8:15. Question number 8. What is a solemn religious observance in the liturgical calendar that begins on Ash Wednesday and ends approximately 6 weeks later before Easter Sunday? Remember to take the last letter of question number 7. It's the first letter of question number 8. So question 8 again. What is a solemn religious observance in the liturgical calendar that begins on Ash Wednesday and ends approximately 6 weeks later before Easter Sunday? Which is liturgical, isn't it? Yeah. That's a one-word answer as well. I'm sure you'll have all heard of that one. Right, just 2 to go. I hope all teams have got them all right. Question number 9 is a dead easy one. What was the nickname of the fictional character in the popular BBC sitcom Only Fools and Horses, played by Roger Lloyd Pack? So what was the nickname of the fictional character in the popular BBC sitcom Only Fools and Horses even, played by Roger Lloyd Pack? Sorry about that. I've been very abstemious tonight. And finally, remember, the answer to number 10 will take you all the way back to number 1. So the last letter of number 10 is the first letter of number 1. It's also the last letter of number 9 is the first letter of number 10. All right, you get the answer. So it goes right the way back to number 1. Question number 10, this is a tricky one. Who teamed up with Tag the Mouse and Bobtail the Rabbit in the Thursday edition of Watch with Mother? So question number 10, for all you who can remember. Who teamed up with Tag the Mouse and Bobtail the Rabbit in the Thursday edition of Watch with Mother? So one-word answer, and the last letter of that is the first letter of number 1. And the first letter of that one, of course, is the last letter of number 9. Right, there we have it. An exciting quiz. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's difficult, but maybe not difficult enough for some teams. We'll see. I think if you've only dropped 2 or 3 points, you've done exceeding well. If you've dropped 10 points, that's fair. If you've dropped 30 points, then you're not doing very well. But never mind. We'll see how we fare after this. I like to think most teams can get at least 90% of the answers right. Right, do we need any repeats or anything else? Put in the chat if you need any repeating, or if you need to ask me what beer I've been drinking tonight, or if you need to know what time Sunday night's quiz starts. Sunday night, remember, we'll start again. I'll be live at 8 o'clock for 8:15. I will just put one link on this week. I was trying to be too clever and try to advertise the link that I'd already put on with another link, and that didn't seem to work. So 1 or 2 people haven't been able to log on tonight, which is a bit of a blow, but never mind. Oh dear, we had a mare on that. Carol, well, we haven't done the marking yet. Remember, the last letter of each answer is the first letter of your next answer. So you can go back and work through it if you can and see how you go. All the questions are there, so just have a look back and see whether there's any that you might be able to just pick up on. Bonus question. What does that mean? I don't really understand. What's that? No, I don't understand that. Jill, what have you put? How, man? What's that? How what? Same here, Carol. What, you had a mare on that round? Ah, how many? Right then, here we go. Let's go through the last round then. Do remember that the last letter of number 1 is the first letter of number 2. The first name, Francisco, the Spanish artist I was after, was called Goya. G-O-Y-A, Goya. That gave you the A for that branch of physics called acoustics. I'm sure you got that, Carol. That in turn gave you the S for Sierra Leone. It was a two-word Western country. Sierra meaning mountain, and Leone, of course, meaning lions, or the Lioness Mountains. Kind of translates itself, really. Number 4, that gave you the E for educating Rita, who had a drunk professor. Number 5, that gave you the A for acid. What word can precede rain test? Acid rain, acid test, and go after stomach. Stomach acid, of course. Just a 4-letter answer. That gave you the D. The brightest star in the sky is also known as the dog star. The dog star. Canis Majoris. That gave you the R for Rapunzel, of course, who was locked in a tower at the age of 12. God knows what that did for her mental health, but never mind. That gave you the L for that solemn religious observance, which is better known as Lent, which lasts 6 weeks. That gave you the T for Roger Lloyd's pack character. He was better known as Trigger. That, of course, gave you the R for Rag the Hedgehog. It was Rag, Tag, and Bobtail, of course, in Watch with Mother on the Thursday edition. Wednesday edition, I think, was the Wooden Tops, and the Tuesday edition was the Flower Pot Men. Yes, there were 3 editions of Watch with Mother with different days of the week. Right then, add them up, and we'll see how you fared after that round. So, quickly run through them again. Goya acoustics. I gave the S for Sierra Leone, educating Rita, acid, dog star, Rapunzel, Lent, Trigger, and Rag. Right then, let's see how we've gone. Final scores. We have got Steve Farnham with a 43, 42, 46. Michelle Gillen's doing very well there. Anybody beat 46? We've got a 42.5 for Stephen Valentine. 45 for the famous 5. Very good indeed. Roy Job Carroll with 38.5. Roy Job with a 40.5. You're not playing together, you lot, or in different house, or what? Clearly in a different place. Andy's in 46. Very good indeed. What else we got? Kevin Kiernan and the gang on 49. Who else we got? Anybody beat 49? We've got a few 48. The Quizzy Rascals. Wow, well done, the Quizzy Rascals. Done exceedingly well there. Jill Pugh. Oh my God, they're all popping around the workplace. Mick and Bev on 44.5. Very good. Steve Spode, 42. We've got Richard Potter on 42. Jill Pugh, 43. Added Greg Pugh, 42.5. Oh, he was picked by Jill Pugh on 43. Ian Anthony Jones, 45. Mark Yates, 37.5. Angie Pure and Chris on 45. Stuart Cole on Snapbridge, wasn't it? A perfect 147. Well done, Paul. Karen Pennington, 33. And Jennifer Graham, 42. It looks like this week's winners are basically Kevin Keenan. We're pleased to know Kevin Keenan and the gang, basically all from Rugby Rotary Club, and they are the quiz champions from the West Midlands. Has he got 40? No, 49, Kevin Keenan. So that was a great win for them tonight, but they have a very, very strong team. The Rugby Rotary Club of Rugby, I think, have won the district quiz for about 8 years running or something, and they've got some great quizzes on their team. So anybody in the 40s have done remarkably well tonight. So thanks everybody anyway for enjoying the quiz tonight, and hopefully you'll sign in for Sunday's quiz and see how we do. Sunday night, of course, is quiz night at the Victoria Inn, but it will be from my, it'll be beamed live from my front room. In my spot behind this thing. I can't move very far because my lead just here is not long enough. Oh, I can't do it. It's not long enough. I know. Well, I think picture straight. It's an angle. Anyway, we'll see you again on Sunday night. Thanks all for joining. I hope you enjoyed it tonight. And any comments, do feel free to just text me or send me an email or whatever else. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you Sunday night. I'll post just one link this week, so it makes it easy. Good night all. We have great winners in Kevin Kiernan's team with 49 points out of a possible 51 there, and he dropped 2 points. That's some great quizzing. So good night all. Thank you very much. We'll see you again another night. You can, of course, watch this again if you really want to. But never mind. I'll leave it on for a day or two. Good night. Yeah, I'll see what our shot made of it. Good night, all. Thank you very much. We'll see you again. Cheers. Good night. You managed to get 45 then with Chris and